Not in my bingo card at all. Make me less worthy or less capable of doing what they're doing. You know, I just feel like it's better to meet people in person. At least my personal experience. I'm literally the only black guy in my cohort in my whole major. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. Or yeah, here's a bit. And I was like, oh. At one point in time, I did want to double major. I was like, I don't want to be here. I can't take it anymore. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new or this is your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Bishop-Amer. We are no longer Amer Vlogs anymore. Guys, I switched my account name to just Bishop-Amer just so like every social media platform I had could be consistent and it wasn't like Amer Vlogs on one, Bishop-Amer on here, and then Bishop one. You know what I'm saying? So just for consistency, I changed it to just Bishop-Amer. Amer Vlogs will be missed. But you guys, it is January 30th. I haven't uploaded a video or recorded since about October on like all my social medias. Instagram, I just posted for my birthday, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, you guys been asking for a new video and I give the people what they want. However, I did want to get on here and give a little life update before I just made a vlog and acted like there hasn't been so much that has happened between October all the way to now February. So I basically have everything outlined on my phone of what I want to talk about, so that way I don't like yap too much or leave out some information. So yeah, like I said, I haven't posted since October because honestly I have no idea what I'm doing with my life or myself. Oh, ignore this band-aid. I cut myself trying to shave today, so this is all I had. That's all we're gonna work with, so not too much on me. But I've been going because I've honestly just still been trying to find like a routine. I've been trying to find like a day-to-day routine. Like every single day is different. Every week is completely different from the last week, and it's hard for me to kind of find time to sit and edit a video, so I've just decided not to record at all, which I don't think that was the best solution, but you live and you learn, you know? First topic I wanted to talk about is academics. If you don't know, Cal Poly is like ranked #1, I believe, out of all the CSUs, and I know for sure it's #1 in the regional universities West, which is kind of like the schools on California. I think it includes like Oregon and Washington as well. Don't quote me, but I know Cal Poly's #1 for engineering. I know that for a fact. After the first day of class, I wanted to drop out of my major. Like, it was insanely hard and I felt very stupid. Like, I don't understand why. Like, I don't understand why it was so hard, but I literally called my mom. I was like this, I'm finna give you all the scenario. I was like, hey mom. She was like, how's your first day? I was like, yeah, I'm switching my major. I'm not doing architectural engineering anymore. She's like, what? It's only the first day. But I was like in every class, I just felt very lost. I felt like there was a learning curve and like a big gap from what I was expected to know from day one to what I have already learned previous years, you know? And I went into it thinking like, I know this. I'm taking pre-calc. I was taking intro, like 2 intro classes. So I was like, this can't be that hard. Little did I know, like, that was insane. Like I really want to say my first quarter completely was just really hard for me adjusting to like Cal Poly's academics. And it didn't help that I felt a sense of imposter syndrome as well. I didn't feel like I wasn't good enough. I don't know how to word it, but I just felt like I wasn't as good as my peers. And I hate to compare myself, but y'all, architecture is like a very, 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 hold on, it's a plane. Architecture, I feel, is like a very competitive major. Like a lot of the professors, they always say like, we're a team, like we don't compete with each other. But when it really comes down to it, I sometimes feel like, and that could just be a me thing, me thinking that people are in competition with one another. But when we walk around other studios, you can see people who have experience and who's been doing art for so long, and others like myself who just started today. So, I mean, I don't know. But I guess one of the things that's been helping me is that at the end of the day, I'm still a first year, you know? I'm still learning. It's great to look at my peers and get inspiration from them, and it's great to see peers that are excelling, but that doesn't make me less worthy or less capable of doing what they're doing. It was honestly all about confidence, and I've never been the one to lack confidence about myself, but I will say like during my first quarter, I kind of struggled with being secure and comfortable in my abilities, if that makes sense. However, on a positive note, I did end quarter 1 on the Dean's List with the 3.6, I think it was 6.7 something GPA. So I was really proud of myself. I was stressing the whole quarter. They didn't even update my grades until like, I want to say a week before New Year's. So I was like checking every single day over break, like, what did I get? Because a lot of them, like, either ended the canvas or they locked the canvas, so I couldn't see any of my grades. And I didn't know that Cal Poly used the plus or minus grading system. So I ended with 4 A minuses and 1 C plus, and that equated to 3.6. I'm used to it being like, if you get an A, that's 4 points. If you get a B, 3 points. C, 2, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know they did plus and minus here. So like the A plus is a 4.0. I think an A, like a flat A is a 3. I want to say a 3.7, and then an A minus is like a 3.5. I'm not sure how the grading system goes, but it's very interesting. I don't know if I really like that, but I really don't have a say, so you know. At one point in time, I did want to double major in business administration with a concentration in marketing management, just because that's what I like to do as well. Like, I feel like I like business equally as much as I like architectural engineering. But they told me that since business is a very compacted major at Cal Poly, I would either have to switch my major completely into business or minor in something similar to the business marketing, like graphic communications or sales or just communications in general. And I don't know if that's something I want to do. Like, I wouldn't see myself completely switching into business because, like I said, I do equally like architectural engineering, but then it's like sometimes I feel like architectural engineering isn't like, it's not filling that itch that I have for like business and marketing and all that space. So I don't know, I'm kind of like iffy about what I even want to do, and I've learned to accept that that's okay. I'm a first year, it's only my second quarter here. It's okay if I don't know what I want to do. It's okay if I get later down the road, I'm like, okay, actually I don't want to do this. I feel like what it's not okay is to not do something because I'm scared of what might happen or what people are gonna say, you know? Now I am enrolled in a business class and I love it so much. It's Business 206, which is like career readiness, professional readiness, and basically we've been just talking about like building better resumes, building better LinkedIn, talking about your personal branding, your personal image. And I love it so much. I love when classes are applicable to like right now. Like, I hate learning about stuff that once I get into the field 10 years from now, I couldn't be able to apply, you know? But with this specific business class, it's like, pull out your resumes right now. We were working on that. Pull out your LinkedIn's, working on that. Personal brand, working on that right now. He was like, these are do's and don'ts. And next topic I do want to talk about is social life. I'm gonna keep it like 100 with y'all. At first, it was very, very rocky. And I was just like, I don't wanna be here. Like, I was like, I don't wanna be here. I can't take it anymore. It's different from what I'm used to. Like I said, I'm from Sacramento. So Sacramento, I feel, is very diverse. Like, there's a lot of Hispanics, there's a lot of Asians, there's a lot of Middle Eastern, there's a lot going on in Sacramento. But out here, it's either white or Hispanic. That's the majority population out in San Luis Obispo, which I don't mind, you know, but being like the minority on campus to where it's only 100 of us out of 22,000 students, I mean, you definitely feel it. Like, I thought I'd be like, I wouldn't notice, but I'm literally the only black guy in my cohort, in my whole major. I think I'm the only black person, to be honest. I feel like there's 2 other black girls that are in either architecture or architectural engineering that's in the class of 2028. So that was definitely something I had to get used to. There were instances in when I experienced microaggression, and that was something I've never, like, at least in terms of my race, something I've never dealt with. So yeah, I'm just learning how to deal with that, because it's like, you can't control what other people say, but you can control how you act and respond to what people say. So that's something I have to learn as well. I had to learn as well. And yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's definitely getting better, but it's definitely not everyone. And it's not like I'm experiencing this every day, but the few times that it did happen, you know, it's not something that I just brush off. Like, I actually had to digest that and like sit in my thoughts and like reflect on what I experienced, you know? I guess another thing for social life is, y'all, go outside of your dorm and talk to people. Like, literally, my dorm building, I love my dorm building so much. If you're watching this and you're in my dorm, shout out to you. You know what, I'll name drop. Shout out to Tahini, building C. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the best building out of all the Yakitutu dorms. I don't want to start a war or anything, but I love my building. I pretty much know everyone except for people on the second floor. I've yet to talk to anyone on the second floor. I just don't know why. I'm never on there. I'm either on the first, third, or fourth floor. Next topic I want to touch on is Greek life, specifically Greek life in the IFC, which is Interfraternity Council. So yeah, I ended up brushing and joining Sigma Phi Epsilon, which is also known as Sig Ep. Not in my bingo card at all. Honestly, people would ask me like, oh, why'd you join that over D9? Or why'd you join Greek life in general? And honestly, I felt like it was one of those situations where it chose me and I didn't choose it. Yeah, so I guess the backstory and how I even knew about it was I had a friend who was in SIGEP. So he was like, hey, like we're having these events, you should come, it's free, you don't have to join. We have food, like we just bought all this stuff, just come. So I went with him, he drove me, I went there, and then he left me. And I was like, oh, so now I'm just sitting here with a bunch of guys that I don't know, like scrolling on my phone, like I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. But then one of the brothers, which is not my brother now, he came up to me, he was talking to me, and I was like, okay, he's kind of cool. He was telling me like, you know, just a little bit about him, kind of like why he joined, just asking about me, really pushing like, oh, well, you should join SIGEP, you should join this because blah, blah, blah. He was just like getting to know me, and I was like, okay, he's pretty cool. And then, you know, he left and another guy came up to me and another guy came up to me, another guy. What I liked the most about them was that I felt comfortable with them, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't feel like I had to put on a front, or I feel like I had to present myself a certain way to be liked by them, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, cool. So then that event ended, and the next thing you know, I was at the next event, then the next event, the next event, the next thing you know, I'm at the invites only, and the next thing you know, they're like, oh yeah, here's a bid. And I was like, oh! So yeah, that's basically long story short on how I joined. It's one of the smaller fraternities on campus. However, I saw that room for growth and I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to like build that legacy and be a part of that class that, you know, make the chapter that chapter, if that makes sense. Also from like a professional standpoint too, SIGEP is like nationally top 10. I think it's number 5 or 6, I forget, but I want to say there's like 300,000 undergrads that's a part of SIGEP right now. Don't quote me on it, but I know it's really big, and I was like, okay, that's great connections, especially with me going into engineering, you know? Someone has to know someone. On my birthday, actually, I went to the fraternity convention. Basically, it's called Carlson Leadership Academy, and basically it's the executive board. You meet other people that are doing your position, and so I met a lot of cool people there that are also running like the social media accounts or whatever. Oh, I didn't say that, but I ran and got elected for Vice President of Communications, which is basically their marketing manager. So that was also really cool as well. I don't know why I didn't mention that, but that's kind of topic thing I want to talk about, but don't really want to talk about, but I feel like it's necessary, is dating life or dating apps. I downloaded probably every single dating app you can think of, and let's just say like they're deleted now. I just feel like it's better to meet people in person. At least my personal experience, I didn't like the person I was becoming. People I did end up matching with, it was just very basic, boring conversations. And I'm like, look, I'm 18, about to be 19. Like, I don't have time for that. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still young, but I feel like we're grown enough to the point where small talk is like, I don't have time for small talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're both on campus, or you're nearby where I live. Let's go do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, first date, we don't have to go freaking skydiving, but it's like, hey, what are you doing? Nothing. How was your day? Cool. No one wants to do that. I don't want to do that. So just deleted them. Yeah, I mean, all I'm gonna say is if you're thinking of downloading dating apps, just be safe. Be mindful what you do and say and post on there as well. But yeah. I guess I'm not sure when this video is gonna be posted, y'all, but I do want to be more consistent. I know I've said that. I know, I'm so sorry. But for 2025, I just want to be more intentional with the things I say and do and actually go through with it. I feel like oftentimes I set a goal for myself and 8 times out of 10, I'd complete the goal, but for the process I laid out for myself, I didn't follow that. So I want to start posting more. I want to start being more active. The only thing, y'all, is there is no barbers out here, at least barbers that cut my type of hair. So when I don't have a haircut, I don't be feeling camera ready. Like, I have a do-rag on right now because I'm like, y'all don't want to see what's under this. Y'all don't. Like, it's a little scary under here right now. That's why I got this wrapped up. But that's excuses. See, I'm giving myself excuses. Like, I just need to post. Yeah, I just kind of want to just have like a video diary to look back on all these experiences. And I want to take you guys along with me because there are not a lot of Cal Poly vloggers out here. I don't even think there's that many Cal Poly YouTubers out here. So I want to give you guys my experience, especially with my major being as competitive as it is to get into it. So I definitely want to start doing that. Yeah, if you don't follow my socials, I'll link them all down below. I did make a new Instagram strictly for architecture content. So if you want to see that, that will be linked down below too. And if you want more fraternity videos, I could definitely give y'all some of those because we do a lot. Like, there's a lot of community service, there's a lot of event planning, there's a lot of community outreach and all the stuff that goes behind the scenes that nobody really talks about while being in a fraternity. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching me yap for like 30 minutes. I'm glad to be back and I wanted to give you guys this video before I started posting vlogs. So yeah, if you're not subscribed already, you should subscribe, because why not? I mean, you watched the video this far, might as well subscribe, just saying, and like it, and comment, and possibly share, you know, if it's not too much for you. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.